Hi there, and welcome to Spooker and Screech. I'm Spooker, and I'll be your host for this video. First, I want to apologize for the inconsistency of our video uploads on this channel. Screech and I have been battling illness, which have hindered our abilities to make and edit the videos, but we're doing better now. So apologies for that, and if my voice sounds a little rusty during this narration. Thank you for being patient. In this video, we'll be covering SCP-004, also known as the 12 Rusty Keys and the Door. 004's object class is Euclid. SCP-004 consists of an old wooden barn door, SCP-004-1, and a set of 12 rusted steel keys, SCP-004-2 through 004-13. The door itself is the entrance to an abandoned factory. The chronological history. On 7/2/1949, a group of 3 juveniles trespassing on federal property find the door. According to their testimony, they found a set of rusted keys in an iron lockbox and determined what the door keys unlock. The juveniles are taken into custody after they contact the sheriff when one of their friends, SCP-004-CAS-01, goes missing. On 7/3/1949, local authorities find the severed right hand of 004-CAS-01, 8 kilometers from 004-1. Other parts of 004-CAS-01's body are found scattered as far as 32 kilometers from the factory. Under interrogation, the apprehended juveniles tell authorities that upon opening the door with one of the keys, 004-CAS-01 was torn into several pieces, each of which disappeared. At this point, the SCP Foundation takes over the investigation. On 7/4/1949, an SCP agent obtains the keys from the local authorities to begin testing. Tests show that 004-2 through 004-13 all fit into a single lock on the large barred door. 12 Class D personnel are assigned to test the effects of the door. Of the 12 test subjects, each trying a different key to enter the room, only 2 survive. Opening the door with any key except 004-7 or 004-12 caused the test subjects to be torn apart in multiple directions. However, no dismembered parts were found until later. At the time of writing, only 2 parts of each subject have been recovered, with the exception of the subject using 004-blank, whose pieces were scattered in close proximity. The others have, for all intents and purposes, vanished from existence. Of the 2 surviving subjects, only one, having used 004-7, returned unharmed. The other came back in a near catatonic state, able only to remove himself from the room and then collapse on the floor, and had to be restrained to prevent him from gouging out his eyes. The subject using 004-7 said that he had entered a large room, impossibly big for the size of the attached building. After his exit, 004-1 was propped open and an armed squad of Level 3 personnel entered. The size of the room is impossible to measure, and the door frame and the individuals in the room are the only part of the room that can be felt or illuminated. On 7/16/1949, the juvenile suspects and the sheriff are terminated. On 8/2/1949, it's declared a hazardous area due to unexploded ordnance and fences erected in order to prevent civilian ingress. Tests to determine safety of exposure to environment behind 004-1 begin. On 12/1/1950, space-time anomalies resulting from exposure to 004 are confirmed. Testing is suspended until further notice. On 7/2 unknown, the accounted-for remains of SCP-004-CAS-01 appear unexpectedly outside 004-1. Despite being killed decades before, the remains of CAS-01 are not decomposed in any matter and are still warm to the touch. Blood remains uncoagulated. The remains are remanded for testing. On 7/4 unknown, the unaccounted-for remains of the 112 original test subjects appear in similar manner to those of CAS-01. The remains have been designated CAS-02. Records suggest that both CAS-01 and CAS-02 used SCP-004-blank. On 3/21/1999, with the massive proliferation of nuclear weapons and World War III only blank years away, construction has begun on a site inside 004-1. The site is to stock supplies for blank person days. On 4/21/1999, Blank has ordered the site inside 004-1 to be expanded to include emergency storage for all mobile SCP blank specimens and a blank petabyte database for the storage of all SCP data. The facility is now referred to as Site 62. On 9/25/2000, Site 62 is operational. Labs and containment units are complete and can contain the most dangerous specimens. Backup of the SCP database has begun. On 1/25/2001, due to time anomalies, all personnel working at Site 62 are now required to reside on-site permanently. Families of personnel are to be informed that loved ones perished in an industrial accident. Clone bodies have been prepared for funeral. On 8/14/2003, massive power outage across northeast United States through Canada. Due to the initial failure of multiple SCP generators, Site 62 was without power for 53 minutes. During those 53 minutes, those on site were completely without any source of light. They reported sensing creatures and people, although no abnormal entities could be seen or felt. Selected facility personnel were allowed to read Appendix A and said the creatures sensed were of humanoid size but otherwise similar to the massive green creature described. Space-time anomalies. SCP-004 seems to propagate spatio-temporal anomalies. Personnel leaving the facility report losing time. Those who have been in the site for weeks insist they had only been in the facility for several days, and records of work completed and supplies consumed support their claims. Other temporal anomalies involved SCP-004-2 through 13, especially the reappearance of CAS-01 and CAS-02 exactly blank years after using 004-blank. Blank has been assigned to investigate all aspects of these time anomalies. Spatial anomalies include the impossibly large dimensions of the area opened by 004-7. Similarly, the 2003 blackout incident suggests that there exists an alternate plane of existence within the same space that Site 62 occupies. Additional notes. Testing on 004 reveals that 10 of the keys open 004-1 on a dimension where laws of physics and topology are significantly different than those of our home dimension. Test subjects meeting these hostile conditions are torn apart, their body parts deposited in various locations, only 3 of which have been verified to be on Earth. Material deposited at 2 of these points appears immediately. Material deposited at the 3rd appears exactly blank years into the future. The other 7 locations are currently unknown. Current testing focuses on 2 avenues of research. The first is finding ways to survive 004's hostile topologies. The second suggests that 004-2 through 13 may open doors other than 004-1. Appendix A. Mental health effects of 004-12. All Class D personnel using 004-12 return in a catatonic state, unable to speak. Some may have enough energy left to try to claw out their eyes. Of the 16 subjects, only 4 have survived. Only 1 has regained speech following long-term psychotherapy. He was able to tell the psychiatrist that he saw a massive green creature, so large that much of its body extended beyond his field of view. He reported innate fear and sudden recognition, as if it were something buried deep in his primal fears, and forced implantation of incomprehensible memories. Subject displays acute anterograde and retrograde amnesia. Appendix B. Additional information. SCP-004-14. Date of discovery 9/2/1950. Origin of object. Object was discovered elsewhere in factory area in the previously undiscovered manager's office. Object appears as a large, unvarnished wooden box. The box may be unlocked by the safe key 004-7 as well as 5 of the unsafe keys. Upon unlocking 004-14 with 004-7, the box opens automatically on hinges. The volume of the space inside is precisely 5 times greater than the outer dimensions imply. Items placed within while the lid remains open do not affect the weight or any other properties of the box. When the lid is closed and locked, however, all items inside vanish irretrievably. Personnel locked inside the box are also irretrievable, although losing personnel in this fashion appears to affect significantly the dreams experienced by data expunged. Special containment procedures. When handling items 004-2 through 004-13, proper procedure is vital. The items are not permitted to be moved off-site unless accompanied by 2 Level 4 security personnel. Under no circumstances should any other component of 004 be taken through 004-1. The effects of doing so are as yet unknown, and the current cost of experimentation makes further research impractical. Should any of the objects contained within 004-1 breach containment or the facility be breached, the keys must be brought inside the door closed prior to activation of Site-62's on-site warhead. Unauthorized removal of keys from the testing area is grounds for immediate termination. Level 1 clearance is required for basic access to 004-1. Level 4 clearance is required for the use of 004-2 to -13. This is the ending of the file for SCP-004. Tune in to our next video in our SCP file series to find out about SCP-005. As always, I'm Spooker and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, just click subscribe and turn on notifications to find out when we upload our next video. Also, if you have a story you want us to read, feel free to send it to spookerandscreech@gmail.com. And remember, if you see any anomalies, be sure to report them to your nearest SCP Foundation.